today is the unofficial funeral for your New Year's resolutions. According to data from the fitness app Strava, today, the second to last Sunday of January, is when the New Year, New You dream officially dies for 80% of the population. But what if I told you that your failure isn't a lack of willpower? In fact, it's a sign that your brain is functioning exactly as it should. You haven't failed a life goal. You've just woken up from a $53 billion marketing scam designed to make you feel fundamentally broken. Psychologists call this the false hope syndrome. Every January 1st, we experience a fresh start effect that triggers a massive surge of dopamine, the molecule of anticipation, not satisfaction. Your brain treats the plan to change as if you've already done it. You get a free hit of success before you've even put on your shoes. It feels amazing, but it's a trap. This initial high is what sets us up for the inevitable crash. We chase that feeling, setting bigger and bolder goals, convinced that this year will be different. But our biology has other plans. In 2026, we know that setting a challenging but unrealistic goal actually spikes cortisol levels by up to 22%. Think about that. The very act of setting that huge, inspiring resolution is stressing you out from day one. By mid-January, that chronic stress leads to what neuroscientists call goal fatigue. Your brain, which is wired for survival above all else, senses a threat. This constant pressure, this drain on your resources, is perceived as a danger to its stability. So it does what any smart system would do. It shuts down your motivation to save energy. You aren't lazy? You're in biological battery saver mode. Your brain is literally protecting you from your own ambition. It's a defense mechanism, not a character flaw. So when you find yourself unable to drag yourself to the gym or open that language app, remember, your brain is just trying to keep you safe from a self-imposed state of chronic stress. Why is the pressure so high? Follow the money. In 2026, the global self-improvement market is worth $53.32 billion. This industry doesn't profit from your success. It profits from your cycle of failure. If you actually achieved your dream life, you'd stop buying the courses, the supplements, the planners, and the productivity apps. The business model is built on the promise of a future you that is always just out of reach. They sell you the dream, then they sell you the tools to chase it, and when you inevitably fall short because the dream was designed to be unattainable, they sell you the next solution for your next attempt. It's a brilliant, self-perpetuating cycle of revenue fueled by our insecurities. A 2026 survey found that 67% of people felt guilt-tripped into buying a subscription they didn't need. This is the new norm. We are living in an era of performative growth. It's not enough to want to be better. We feel this immense pressure to be seen as someone who is trying to be better. We post our workout summaries, our meditation streaks, our color-coded schedules. This creates a parasocial pressure. We aren't just failing ourselves anymore. We feel like we're failing an imaginary audience of strangers on the internet. That feeling of letting people down, even people you've never met, amplifies the guilt and makes the failure feel so much more personal and public. The industry knows this. It leverages our social nature to keep us locked in the cycle of buying and trying. But there is a quiet rebellion happening in 2026. A powerful counter-movement is gaining momentum. Data shows that 68% of people are ditching hustle resolutions for slow-living goals. This is a fundamental shift in what we value. They aren't trying to lose weight, they're trying to gain peace. They aren't grinding for a promotion. They're setting firm work-life boundaries. This isn't about giving up. It's about redefining success. Success is no longer about more. It's about enough. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your mental well-being from a culture that wants to monetize your every waking moment. This is the real self-improvement. Here's the psychological fact that changes everything. Lasting change doesn't happen in the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain that makes grand, logical resolutions on January 1st. No, real, lasting change happens in the basal ganglia, the primitive, instinctual part of your brain where habits are formed. and the basal ganglia hates the sweeping changes. It sees them as a threat to stability. It only accepts micro shifts, tiny, almost unnoticeable adjustments to your daily routine. If you want to change your life, don't try to reinvent your entire identity overnight. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, just change your environment by 1%. Want to read more? Don't resolve to read a book a week. Just leave a book on your pillow. Want to drink more water? Put a glass on your nightstand before you go to bed. Make the good habit the easiest possible option. That's how you build change that sticks, without the stress and without the failure. If you've already stopped going to the gym, or you've missed a week of your new habit, congratulations. You've officially escaped the reinvention scam. You are free to live your life as a human being, not a productivity project. You have permission to be messy, inconsistent, and beautifully imperfect. Subscribe to It's Not Just You, where we deconstruct the systems that try to tell us we aren't enough. Because the truth is, your worth isn't a New Year's resolution. It's a constant. Whatever you're feeling, it's not just you. I'll see you in the next one.